Hi guys, welcome to Lisa Lash's School of Music YouTube channel. I'm joined by Jonny and Eliza. They both work as Kickstarters on the Kickstarter scheme with myself also. We're going to be doing another lyrical breakdown video of Eliza's track. Is it Dead End? Yeah. Yeah. Can you give us like a little story about like why it's called Dead End and the actual like I don't know, just a brief.
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
So I wrote this song about a year ago after a pretty nasty relationship. So this is like, I wrote this I think the week after I broke up with that person. So it's about like my feelings at that time and how to like get over somebody that you've lost. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely a relatable track as well. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We all ready, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Taking a walk, strolling around. Think I might be dead, but my feet are on the ground. Oh, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Give me a beer or a glass of wine. In great shape, but your mental state's looking pretty sour. With those lights too damn dark to see my light, but that isn't my problem. See you goodbye.
So like starting off that a little bit there. Do you want to just explain that little first
Yeah.
the whole bar
So,
to be
like-
fair.
Yeah. So like the first part of that verse is about like, you know, like derealization and depersonalization. So like when you break up with somebody, your whole life changes, you know, your routine changes. You go from spending every day with somebody to like them being a stranger.
Yeah,
And it's even
100%.
worse because they're like a stranger that knows all your secrets kind of a thing.
Mm.
So it was like, you know, I was talking about taking walks, didn't really know if I was like dead or alive because, you know, it was like the other half of me was just gone. It's like trying to survive without a limb almost.
Mm.
And it was just coming to terms with that like post-relationship depression. And then what did I say after that? I think I said, yeah, in great shape, but your mental state's looking pretty sour with those lies because the guy that I was with was like a gym lad, you know, and he spent so much time like trying to make himself look great on the outside, but did no work to like make himself better on the inside.
Yeah.
So it was just like me trying to look for closure really, and like all these questions running through my head, like what's going on? How do I cope without this person? So that's the first verse.
Yeah, mad.
Mm.
Mad, yeah. To be fair, going a little bit off the topic there, Japes basically said to me that like he thinks that you have like he said it was more of who's it, Billie Eilish sort of style.
I said like Billie Eilish.
Yeah,
Lily
I'd have
Allen.
to agree to be fair, like in a certain way. I'd have to agree.
It's just really
Oh,
good
thanks.
storytelling, and yeah, it's just like at that particular time, like you said, Lizzie, you was portraying your thoughts into this track. That's why it was so fresh, and yeah, it's definitely meaningful, and that's what we've got so far. So yeah, I'm really liking
Yeah, it's really different to the stuff I make now. I mean, like this is a really simple, like stripped back song, quite lo-fi, because like my life at the time was really lo-fi and stripped back and simple. So I wanted to like portray that through a track, and
it.
that's what I came up with. But yeah.
So yeah, obviously there's been no lyrics, but this tune's a bit different in the sense that you've only got like your vocals there. Why?
I really like the instrumental as well. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Instrumental's
Like
fire.
edit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instrumental's fire. But yeah, now, like I said, why have you just gone for like your vocal there and not another verse? Because a lot of people just go solidly vocal, like
Yeah.
verse.
Mm.
It's a bit different in the sense that you've let it chill in that bit. I was
Yeah.
just wondering
Yeah,
why
man.
you've let it chill. Is there any like motive
Yeah, I
behind it,
think
or just wanted to give
so.
yourself a break? Like,
I used like my voice as like an instrument in that bit, kind of like, the harmonies overlap and stuff. And I think that was so people could process what I actually said before it. So I think a lot of like the issue with music is like nowadays people sing so fast. Like I haven't got time to think about what they said like a second ago.
Mm.
So if I give somebody some like, words to chew on and then give them a little bit of time to think about those before I go into the next,
Yeah.
well, the chorus in this case, then yeah, I just feel like it'll impact them differently. I don't know. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely.
yeah, I think like the style that you go for as well. It's a little bit of older in production wise.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Where like it's a very like it's a controversial thing to say, but like music nowadays is shorter because of like people. This is a controversial bit, but people genuinely have less of an attention span nowadays. Like it's a fact. Our generation have less of an attention span as the previous generation. So like when people like back in the day they were making like tracks, you can see it through music. Like rave tracks for instance, they were like 6 minutes long, but back in the 90s you had house tracks that were like 8 minutes long, and now
Yeah.
they're like 4 minutes, if that, 3 minutes. So I think like the way that you produce it is like has that old school sort of vibe to it as well, which a lot of people might disagree on that, but the way that I'm seeing it, there definitely is a like yeah, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Like it's not even a bad thing as well. It's a really sick thing that you've done, and I think you've done it in unintentionally. But the way it's made is like you said, the like Jake said, the instrumental. It's fire. I can't think of what the actual. Go on.
I just wanted to touch up on the instrumental. Was that made by yourself, Eliza? Or?
Yeah. So it's a glockenspiel. One of them is because I thought like it's one of those instruments that's really quite innocent and like unassuming, and nobody uses it, and I love the sound of it. And I thought if I put it in a track underneath a synth, well, I mean over the top of a synth actually, that it would like come across as a really sweet and like innocent track to listen to, but really you're getting like my raw emotions at the time. So it was like the juxtaposition was what I was going for.
Yeah, man.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
so creative. We haven't just got an amazing artist, ladies and gentlemen. We got a producer. She can do everything. She's so talented. To go and check her stuff out, Scum Bear on Instagram. Check it, all her tracks out. Let's continue with the video.
Straight shout outs. Yeah, fair
Yeah,
play.
man.
Fair play, man. Getting it in there. But yeah, you're right, to be fair. Like the innocent sort of thing comes from like using them instruments. I wouldn't have thought like a glockenspiel, like you say. I don't even think I've said that right. Like, but again, like anything could have worked, like that sort of thing. Like, so I could see like maybe like triangle, that sort of like
Yeah, try.
that sort of. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if a
Like
triangle would work.
kids music class, like where everyone's going nuts with all those like really like high pitched instruments.
Kids music class. You got the kid in the corner going. Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sweet.
Cigarettes and tossing teeth, don't you ever talk to me again. Thirsty for my blood, but I was only ever hungry for a friend.
That's a mad little lyric. Is it hungry for your blood, but you're like only hungry for a friend? Is it or something? Yeah.
Yeah, thirsty for my blood, but I was only ever hungry for a friend. Yeah.
That's a bit mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a bit mad. Like, can you describe
yeah.
that? Like, I think I kind of get it. Like,
So with a bit of context, the relationship, it was quite a long relationship, about 2 years, and it started out really like great. So we were like best friends, it was perfect because I just actually come out of another horrible relationship, gone into this one, and I had this friend that would talk to me about all of it and be there for me and also be my boyfriend at the time. So it was like perfect. But towards the end, it felt like he resented me so much that his words would make me, you know, it's like words so like harsh they can bleed, or words cut deep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was spinning that around in my head, and it genuinely felt like he wanted to cause me pain with the things that he said. That will make more sense throughout the rest of the song because I touch on him being cruel and stuff. But
Yeah, so
yeah, I was feeling
I'm
like
guessing
that.
like the friend. Go on, sorry, actually. Go on, sorry, keep going.
No, I just, I went into it and I wanted only the best, but it ended up actually being the worst thing that I could have done to myself.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, sick to be fair. Sick to be fair. It was similar to what I was thinking. Like, obviously, what I took from that was like, I weren't even saying like hit like your boyfriend, but like just whoever you were speaking about. They kind of like was just hurting you, and then like obviously at that point you didn't see it as a relationship, you just wanted them as like other friend. Like what I got out of that was like you almost like you didn't want him, well, the relationship was over at that point, it's just the words were hurting so much that like you'd have just took him as a friend at the end. Like you were looking for a friend, like it didn't matter if he was a boyfriend or a friend, you were just looking for him to like be civil
nice.
and be nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet. I'm liking these lyrics as well, they're deep.
Yeah,
like,
really clever wordplay as well on your lyrics.
thank you.
yeah, I think that's why it's important for like these videos, because like a lot of people will hear them, what she's thinking about, and they'll just think, oh yeah, she's talking
Yeah, really
about
take it in and listen to the story.
yeah, they don't, like a lot of people won't realise there's an actual story behind what she's speaking.
Yeah, man.
Like
100%.
do you know what I mean? I'll just think, oh yeah, she's on about this and that, like she just wrote it off top of her head. But yeah, this is why we do the videos, because there is always a story.
Don't get me wrong, I knew I drove you around the bend. But when I look at you, all I see is your dead end. Begging you, please, don't be like that. But again, you can't be someone no more. Feels like my gosh, then how I shot. Tugging on your collar, baby, please stop. It's nice to be nice, cruel to be cruel. Can't get that in your head, then you're a damn fool. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but at least I wake up in the morning and I ain't you. Cigarettes and tar-stained teeth, don't you ever talk to me again.
That hook, are you just straight up dissing him at that point? Cigarettes?
Yes.
Straight up, like,
Yeah. I've had enough now,
yeah, you've just had enough, like, fair play. That's quite funny, to be fair. You ever heard of
Yeah.
Lady Lacheur? You
No.
ever heard of her?
Lacheur, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of what she says, like, brush your teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah. Shout out to Lady Lacheur.
Like it's taking a like dark situation and like bringing a bit of light to it, I guess, in that lyric.
Yeah.
Yeah, balancing out the mood, to be fair.
Yeah, that's it.
I think like my favorite lyrics in the whole song is just, it's nice to be nice and it's cruel to be cruel, because it's just so simple and true, and it's harder for somebody to be a nasty person than a nice person. So it blew my mind that he became this, like, I don't know, like full of rage and full of resentment and anger, because that takes more effort than it does to just be nice.
Yeah, man. It's a really powerful lyric.
Yeah, and like it's the tar stained teeth bit, what you were talking about is we both used to like smoke just cigarettes after cigarettes and just talk for hours, and I can't really like remember people's faces very well, but the only thing I remember about him is that he had like yellow teeth from all the cigarettes that we smoked. So I was digging at him there. I know, bless him, innit? I know. Rest in peace. F in the chat, everyone. Yeah.
Thirsty for my blood, but I was only ever hungry for a friend. Don't get me wrong, I knew I drove you round the bend. But when I look at you, all I see is a dead end.
It's like a little instrumental section, and then it goes into like a couple more harmonies, and then it's the chorus again twice. So if you want to like cut it short, because it's just the chorus again, and you can do that.
No, we'll keep it running. Harmony, amazing.
Cigarettes and tar-stained teeth, don't you ever talk to me again. Thirsty for my blood, but I was only ever hungry for a friend. Don't get me wrong, I knew I drove you round the bend. But when I look at you, all I see is a dead end. Don't get me wrong, I knew I drove you round the bend.
Hmm? Oh yeah, you know when you drive somebody around the bend, you drive them crazy. So like, don't get me wrong, I drove you crazy. Right, so like I appreciate that. I'm not the easiest person to be with. Like that's okay as well. So yeah, I drove him a little bit crazy. I was a bit clingy. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I always wanted to be around him, and you know, I think that got on his nerves a bit at the end. But the thing is like, as much as I was a difficult person to be with and quite a sad person at the time, I was never nasty. I was just needy. And so it's like when I look at you, all I see is a dead end, because I just know that you're not going to provide for me what I want, and I'm not going to give you what you want either. So we're going to just go our separate ways. I like to call it a cul-de-sac relationship, because we like both went into it expecting to like come out the other end, but we just came back out, you know.
Oh, I thought the tune was absolutely amazing. Like you said, very relatable. The instrumental itself as well was just unbelievable, really. So yeah, I really like that, Eliza.
Thank you. I went for like, you know, Clairo. She did a track called Flamin' Hot Cheetos, where it was like the same thing looped over and over and over again, just with like lyrics. So I kind of went for like that kind of vibe, where it was just really easy to digest, and I like quite repetitive sounds. It's quite a soothing thing. You know, like a baby's like repetitive.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Again, that goes back to what I was saying with like people's attention span is I don't know what that means, just come up for 10 minutes, but yeah, people's attention span just goes like less and less over the years. Like that's what, like, it's hard to say what I'm saying, but like, because you've literally looped the track twice, it fits in with like new school methods of like producing. Like that you could blag that is like potentially soft R&B, maybe it depends how you blag it. Like it again, like you could probably say it's indie, maybe. I don't know,
Yeah, it's
like,
a bit difficult.
it's
All
a
of my
mad
music-
genre, like, of what you've made. Like I don't think I could specifically put
sound,
it.
man. She's got her own. She's in her own league, basically.
Yeah, I'd
On a
probably say
different
if it
level.
was to a specific genre, I'd have to say lo-fi. I'd have to agree with
Yeah.
what she's saying.
Lo-fi,
Say lo-fi is like the main one, but I think it's got hints
Yeah.
and other hints of other genres in there. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll leave it there. Thanks, Eliza, for coming on.
That's okay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks,
Yeah,
Johnny,
thank you very much.
for
The
jumping on.
socials for this track could be down below, so go and check it out straight after this and follow Eliza on Instagram and all of that, all her socials. Scum Bear.
At
Yeah,
YouTube,
thank you
see
very
ya.
much.
There's a YouTube like there.
Thanks.
Put it there, like. Yeah, do you want to do the outro, Johnny?
So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's been Lisa Lash's School of Music. Take care, guys. Come on.
Yeah, Sam.